Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a huge decision for a lot of photographers. Canon's R8 versus its big brother, the R6 Mark II. Now, these two cameras share the same heart, but believe me, they are built for two totally different creators. So let's figure out which one is for you. All right, let's just jump right into the deep end here. The very first thing you're going to notice when you put these two cameras side by side isn't some fancy feature. Nope, it's the price tag. And it is a big one. So over here, you've got the R8, coming in hot at a really accessible $1,100. And then you've got the R6 Mark II, a full-on professional beast priced at $2,500. That's a massive $1,400 gap. But here's the kicker, the real twist in the story. The heart of both of these cameras, the engine that actually determines the raw quality of your photos, is exactly the same. They are literally built around the same fantastic sensor. And that, right there, raises the big question we're going to answer. What in the world are you paying for with that extra $1,400? It's not just about a list of specs, it's about the entire philosophy behind how each of these cameras was designed. So before we start tearing them apart, it is so important to understand just how much these cameras have in common. I mean, at their core, they are both absolutely brilliant machines built on the exact same technology. And what they share is pretty amazing, right? Both get you that gorgeous 24-megapixel full-frame look, both get you access to all those incredible RF lenses, both have a ridiculously fast 40 frames per second electronic shutter and incredible 4K video. So here's the bottom line. You stick these two cameras in a studio or take them out on a bright sunny day, the photos you get are going to be pretty much indistinguishable. Okay, so let's explore that first philosophy, the first path you can take. This is the path of the Canon R8. The whole story of the R8 really starts with how incredibly light it is. I mean, 461 grams, that is one of the lightest full-frame cameras you can buy. It was designed from the ground up for the creator who's always on the move. You know, the person who really appreciates a lighter camera bag after a long day of shooting. And that's really the whole point of the R8. It's about making that professional, full-frame image quality accessible to more people. It's built for the traveler, the street photographer, the vlogger who lives by that old saying, the best camera is the one you actually have with you. But to get to that size and that price point, Canon had to make some very deliberate choices, some trade-offs. There's no in-body image stabilization, or IBIS. It's only got a single memory card slot, a much smaller battery, and a slower mechanical shutter. Now, these aren't really flaws. They're conscious design decisions made to serve that primary goal of being small, light, and affordable. Okay, so now let's walk down that second path and see how Canon built a completely different machine around that very same sensor. This is the professional powerhouse, the R6 Mark II. The philosophy of the R6 Mark II? It starts with just uncompromising performance, and you can see that perfectly in its autofocus system. It has almost 5,000 focus points. Compare that to the R8's 1,000. What does that mean for you? It means vastly superior tracking of fast-moving subjects all across the frame. See, this camera isn't trying to be the smallest or the cheapest. This is for the working pro, the serious enthusiast who absolutely needs their gear to perform no matter what. It's all about capability, reliability, and honestly, the peace of mind that comes with it. And that brings us to its single biggest advantage. I mean, this is the one feature that truly separates these two worlds: in-body image stabilization, or IBIS. And listen, this is not just some minor feature. The R6 Mark II offers up to 8 stops of stabilization. That is an absolute game changer. It lets you shoot handheld photos and video in really low light at shutter speeds that would be a complete blurry mess on the R8 if you didn't have a tripod. So, how do you possibly decide? Well, it really just boils down to 4 simple questions. 4 questions about how you actually shoot. First up, stamina. How much do you need? If you're a pro shooting an all-day wedding, you can't be filling with batteries every hour. The R6 Mark II gives you exactly double the battery life of the R8. For a long shoot, that's a critical difference. Okay, what about speed? You know, for capturing that peak action moment. Now, their electronic shutters are the same, sure, but the mechanical shutter tells a completely different story. The R6 Mark II's is twice as fast, which makes it so much better for shooting sports or wildlife without any of that weird distortion you can sometimes get with an electronic shutter. You know, what's really cool about this is it turns this really complex decision into a simple personal checklist. Just ask yourself, Do I need that IBIS stability for any lens in any light? Do I need the backup of 2 card slots because losing photos would be a total catastrophe? Do I need the stamina for long events? And do I need the speed for fast action? Your answers to these questions will point you directly to your camera. So we've seen the two philosophies. You've got accessible excellence versus the professional powerhouse. Let's just put it all together one last time to really help you choose your path. And this table just lays it all out perfectly, doesn't it? The R8 is for the creator who's all about portability and value, perfect for travel, vlogging, everyday creative stuff. The R6 Mark II, on the other hand, is for the pro, the serious enthusiast who demands absolute reliability and peak performance for things like weddings, sports, and any other high-stakes shoot. So in the end, the choice here isn't about which camera is better, it's about which camera is better for you. It's about looking at your own creative philosophy and being honest with yourself. Are you the nimble traveler who values freedom and a light backpack? Or are you the reliable pro who needs a tool that will simply never let you down? That's the real question. And as you can see, only you have the answer.